Alright, what is up YouTube and welcome back to Brute Strength Day 253. Started out with safety squats as always on Sundays, and the goal was to absolutely move it the fastest it's ever moved, faster than last Sunday, which was already really fast, and I think I actually accomplished that. So yeah, it's just great speed, especially on the unbroken set. I was feeling like everything was just moving perfectly. Now, on this set, the reason I was resting so long between the reps was basically because I began farting, and I don't know, like recently, sometimes I've just been having a lot of air in my stomach. It's probably because I'm eating so much, um, especially after I've had my things with like pasta and and minced beef and cream and sun-dried tomatoes. I don't know if it's something with the sun-dried tomatoes or what it is, or with the cream or anything that makes me fart a lot. But especially then doing squats, it really gets exploited. So it's just what it is. Like there's nothing I can do about it. It's not like I can just stop using my glutes when I'm squatting. Now bench was probably the worst it's been for a long time, but I worked up to 150 kg for a 4.5 inch board press, and then it was the second week of the banded bench press. So basically everything for this training in the bench press was focused on overloading the top part of the movement. So the block obviously decreasing the range of motion so that I can move more in the top part, and then the band making evening out the stress, like the curve, the strength curve, so that you can grind more and to make it harder in the top position where you're stronger. For this one, it was 102.5 kilo bar weight, and then on average, the band adds like 10 to 12 kg. And even though this training was a little bit hard, I'm confident that the next week I can throw on 110 kilo and have the band at the same time and still be able to do the 5x5, because I know that my bench press recently has been extremely good. So I trust that by getting a really good amount of sleep, recovery, things like that, and not doing the max effort before, I'm gonna be able to actually check that off. And that would be huge, because that would be like the same as doing like 5x5 with like 120, 121, something like that, straight weight, and a really good sign of improvement and being close to 150 kilo for a 1 rep max. For the pull ups, I've changed my mindset a little bit to where it's not focused on really getting stronger, but just maintaining. So I have a lot more focus on using lower weight but moving fast and with good technique. Because I think it would be insane of me to think that as I'm getting heavier and basically getting up to 100 kilograms now, that I would be able to keep on improving my pull-ups. Like that is just not possible, I think. And the thing that I should be focusing on improving is everything that just contains moving weights like this, like preacher curl, bench press, squats, everything in that manner. I should be getting a lot stronger in when I'm gaining weight, and then just be okay with just maintaining pull-ups, because if I can do that, as soon as I start getting down towards 90 kg again, it's obviously going to feel a lot lighter. And if I can maintain the same amount of weighted pull-ups and reps and things like that as I start to get bigger, then I don't even want to imagine what it's gonna feel like when I have 10 kilo less of fat on the body and the same amount of muscle. Pull-ups are gonna feel like a breeze. So I did lateral raises as well, as you just saw. I really like these Sunday sessions for the lateral raises, because they're more focused on volume, whereas on Thursdays I do the top set, and then I do some low rep sets with the same weight. On this day, I do straight sets. So for example, today was 3 sets of 12 with 14 kg. And even though it's not extremely hard, it's not difficult at all, knowing that I've done 15 reps with 16 kg now. I still get a really good pump simply because there's so much volume, and I like that a lot. Now, I would say the biggest thing of this training was the preacher curls, because, as you know, I had a little bit of an overuse in my elbows, forearms, biceps, or just like upper arm in general, just like the whole arms, both arms basically. And therefore, getting 5d6 plus 1d5 plus 2d4 with 38 kg was phenomenal. When I say, for example, 5d6, it's just 6 reps every minute on the minute for 5 minutes. So I do 6 reps at, like, let's say at 30 seconds on the watch. And then when I'm done with those, I begin the next set of 6 reps when the watch is on 30 seconds. So I end up with around 45 seconds rest in between. So the first sets are gonna move good and be fast. So you slowly start to get a pump and things like that. And during the last couple of minutes, it's just about fighting through. Honestly, I feel like I could have done more. But I knew that I just wanted to improve by one single rep and do the same next week, because my experience is that if I try to get ahead of myself and improve by 2 or 3 reps, even though I can do that, I end up running into a week where I can't do that, and then I get into problems because I get stuck for a while. And so it's better to just leave more in the tank, have more room for recovery, and getting stronger so that I can perform better the next training and even do more than that with more in the tank. And eventually I'll be up doing 8 sets of 6 reps in under 8 minutes with things to spare. So overall, extremely good training, just like most of the other trainings I've had this week. And yeah, things are shaping up nicely for 5x5 with 200. Then it's gonna be all from me, and I'll see you all in the next one.